I remember last year, one of our clients, Laura, actually earned over $100,000 with her podcast. And she's one of the top experts in the leadership space. She's absolutely crushing it. But she didn't make that money through sponsors. And I think people get it twisted thinking that you grow a podcast audience and then the way and only way you monetize is by sponsorship or by ads. But those are terrible ways in order to generate an income from a podcast. And if you're running ads, what advertisers will pay you is $25, let's say, per 1,000 views. That's like industry standard. So for her, she would have made in a single month $2,000, $2K. She would have made literally like 4 to 5 times less money each month and through the year if she went through the traditional advertisement model. That doesn't make any sense. If you're a business owner and you have a product or a program, then my biggest advice to you is do what Laura did. Don't bother and waste your time trying to land sponsorship deals and ads when you can just funnel people, the listeners who already like, know and trust you. They're already really warm. Just invite them to work with you. So they look at what all the big name podcasts are doing and think that's the best way to monetize. But you need to be making like getting like hundreds of thousands of listeners per episode in order for the maths to actually work for you. So my biggest encouragement is don't waste your time trying to like land sponsors and ads. You already have a program, you already have a business. Use the podcast as a funnel to get people buying your stuff. For us, we literally earned, I think we were getting like below 5,000 monthly downloads when we had our podcast, Why Podcast Isn't Growing. But we had months where we made like $40,000 in a single month of attributed sales directly from our own podcast. We didn't make that from advertisement. No one advertising or sponsor is going to pay us $40,000 in a single month because they want to advertise in our podcast with less than 5,000 monthly downloads. It just doesn't happen. But if you have a high ticket program and you have a clear funnel and system in place to attract the right audience by just getting your podcast ranked on page 1 of Apple and Spotify. So when people search for topics like yours, let's say, your podcast shows up. So that's the discoverability. Then you have the nurturing, which is your content. So as long as your content isn't talking about your interests and inviting guests on and having these great conversations, all of this malarkey, instead of that, just start talking about the problems you help your clients solve on a day-to-day basis. Then your audience will start seeing you as an authority, not your guest. And then finally, just inviting them at the end, saying, hey, by the way, if you found this valuable, click the first link you see in the show notes and book a call with me and let's see how we can help you get X result. That's literally all we did. And we had $40,000 in attributed sales from our podcast.